My name is Luís Portas. I'm a Portuguese architect since 2004. I was lucky enough to travel a little bit around the world. I've worked in Europe, I worked in Asia. I ended up working in Shanghai for 8 years, and that was right before I joined NIO in Europe. Here I am the head of design management for NIO Europe. So we try to look at it in three perspectives. In one hand, we have an historic building that has a lot of important components. This building in particular is outstanding, even for the city. It has a lot of history behind it. So there are elements inside the building that the City Hall decided to preserve as historical components. Second, we have the NIO DNA. So NIO, we have a very strong brand identity. We are based in our 4 pillars: pure, human, sophisticated, and progressive. So we want the spaces to be very pure. We want them to be human to the touch, to our dimension, to the mainly designed for the user, and sophisticated and progressive through detailing, design, and also the materiality that we are using. And then the third component is the design firms we work with. We want to bring a little bit of what does the city has to offer, that design concept into the design. In this particular building, we used MVRDV, which is a famous Dutch architectural firm, and they brought this amazing concept into the building. And we want these 3 components to be leveled. And of course, it becomes complicated when we're looking at a historical building, because we need to have also the building component integrated into the full design. But in the end, the results are much more rewarding. So it's harder to work on them in the beginning, but then in the end, we have this type of result that you can see here, which is really rewarding. So yeah, I mentioned before that we have this DNA, which pure, human, sophisticated, and progressive. And I try to interpret it, and the way I see it, for me, it's sea of tranquility is the word that comes to mind when I think of these 4 elements together. When we design new houses, and how I perceive them, is that we arrive to a space that you can leave your worries behind. You come to a calm area, a very pleasant environment. You're able to just be either by yourself or talking with a friend next to you. If you're building your own emotional connections with the community around you. Every time you imagine a painting from a Dutch artist, you see the horizon, the skies always have these different colors. So if you look at every floor, you can see that massive gradient, this gigantic gradient from the ground floor, which is the earth, to the sky on the last floor. So you have like this gradation of colors throughout the building. And at that point on the top, that's the one I like the most, is that you're already looking out. You're in the bottom floors, you're looking in, you're more reserved, more contained, and looking around you, touch the wood. On the floors above, it's more bluish tones. It makes you look outside, and I love that feeling. You're floating above all the other buildings in the surrounding.